If you look online, most RV holding tank treatments are judged by one simple test: how fast they dissolve waste. The faster the waste disappears, the better the treatment must be. These tests are visually appealing, but does this actually improve tank performance? Let's dive into the holding tank environment and find out. Most people assume RV tanks work like controlled septic systems, but they don't. There's no stable environment inside a holding tank. You've got temperature swings, changing water levels, uneven waste buildup, movement while you're driving, and inconsistent dump timing. All of these factors affect both treatment and tank performance. One of the biggest misconceptions is that enzyme liquefaction improves tank performance. Let's look at what actually happens inside a tank after it's dumped. Enzyme treatments leave a thin layer of waste residue and paper fibers coating the tank walls. This layer is influenced by surface adhesion, viscosity, hydration levels, and waste suspension behavior. None of those factors are measured in typical jar demonstrations. And what about those tank odors? What causes them? And more importantly, how do you control them? Most people think tank odors come directly from waste, but the smell actually comes from gases produced during decomposition. Common odor gases include hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, volatile fatty acids, indoles, and scadoles. Many RV treatments rely on biological systems. These contain enzymes and microbes that digest organic waste. Different enzymes target different materials: proteins, paper fibers, fats, carbohydrates. As microbes metabolize waste, they convert it into gases like carbon dioxide, methane, hydrogen sulfide, ammonia. Biological systems work best within specific environmental ranges. Above and below 75 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, microbial stress may begin to reduce efficiency, and RV tanks regularly experience temperatures outside those ranges. Another critical variable is hydration. The water-to-solid ratio inside the tank changes everything. With enough water, solids stay suspended, flow during dumping improves, diffusion increases. But when hydration drops, sludge compacts, viscosity increases, diffusion slows. This can dramatically affect treatment performance. To reiterate, there are many factors at work in a holding tank, some of which limit biological activity, and consequently performance of treatments dependent on that activity. Also, let's remember that the primary focus of biological or enzyme-based treatments is to accelerate decomposition, and while breaking waste down into simpler compounds can help reduce certain odor-causing gases, it also produces other gases as a byproduct. This only partially helps that odor problem that is predominantly caused by gas formation. Some treatment systems take a different approach. Instead of relying on microbial growth, they use mineral-based chemistry. These treatments interact with wastewater through physicochemical mechanisms that influence ionic interactions, surface film behavior, volatility dynamics, suspension characteristics. Because they don't depend on microbial population growth, they are less sensitive to environmental swings. When you zoom out and look at the whole system, RV tank performance depends on multiple interacting variables: temperature variability, hydration levels, retention time, gas formation, surface adhesion, evacuation behavior. Liquefaction speed may be visible, but it's only one piece of a much larger system. A more accurate way to evaluate tank treatments is through a multivariable framework that considers how they perform under real RV conditions. Understanding the science behind how your tanks work will help you make better informed decisions on the treatments you use. If you're interested in the deeper technical research behind this topic, I've published a full white paper exploring the science of RV holding tank treatments. You can find the link in the description below.